Okay, so I am working on an attack for my friend and one of my favorite mutuals on Tumblr, Sarah the Wizard. Wizard, because she's a wizard. I'm sorry. The second the camera comes on, I become an insufferable human being. This isn't a camera, this is a microphone. The second I'm on, I don't know what I'm saying. But right now, I am working on, like I said, I'm working on an attack for my moot, Sarah. I actually like how this is coming out. It looks really cute. I really like how this is coming out. I know I said that already, but like, this is pretty good. Considering my previous attack. I hate that attack so much, but I posted it because maybe she liked it. I hate it. Thank you, ꔫNara, for being a freaking saint and liking my garbage. I literally hate how it turned out so much. I literally am... Okay, I need to stop saying literally, but for Artfight, this year, this is my first time doing Artfight, but I wanted to challenge myself to do all of the things that I'm not good at drawing. Because I have been way too comfortable in using the symmetry tool to do the same front-facing views for my characters for the past, I don't know, maybe 7 months. I started doing this I started doing it, and now I've gotten lazy with drawing bodies and such, so I need to lock in, and ew, I need to stop saying stuff like that. So I need to actually get my crap together and work on actually improving as an artist instead of defaulting to lazy methods, because I don't want to try. And the thing is, I shouldn't be afraid of making bad art. That shouldn't be a worry of mine. I shouldn't be super worried about making bad art, because at the end of the day, it's only gonna help me get better. I'm only gonna improve. It's not like I'm actively getting worse, I hope. At the end of the day, I'm only gonna improve with my art, so I might as well make some things that I'm not proud of, because at the very least, I am learning something new. The main things I want to improve by the end of Artfight is my anatomy, so like how bodies look, my composition.
That's a big word for Elmo.
Basically how a piece is laid out. Trying to make pieces more interesting by keeping things interestingly aligned, ? Whatever. I think that's how you explain it. I don't know. I'm not a teacher. I wanted to improve, so like anatomy, composition. I want to improve my color usage. I have a very bare bones understanding of color theory, but I don't know how to apply it. It's like, I know that like blue and orange look good against each other, but I don't know how to apply that practically. I know that purple and yellow complement each other, but I don't know how to apply that in a way that makes the piece more interesting. Because I'm victim of using pretty boring colors. One of my inspirations for like color theory is actually one of my moots, ꔫNara. even if we all disappear for long hours off of the internet, but it's okay. It means we're not spending our entire lives staring at a screen. Even though my screen time is gonna go up insane during the month of June or July. What month is it again? It's July. Good Lord, I am delirious. It's July. I need to stop getting distracted. I want to improve my anatomy, my thumbnailing and composition, as well as color theory. ꔫCharacters and the beautiful fluid motion, but for ꔫCharacters, a bunch of other people that use just wonderful color theory. And color theory is something I desperately want to improve, because honestly, even if my piece looks whack, but the colors do be eating, then I can hide behind pretty colors. Right now, I only hide behind the fact that I make pretty eyes. That's literally all I do. All I can do is make pretty eyes right now. That's my only skill. Alright, now that things are looking pretty nice, we can start adding more water details before getting into coloring. So that means more blobs of water droplets, because I see that she got a bunch of those in the reference, so I'm gonna do a bunch of those. Oh my gosh, my Apple Pencil's about to die. When it's not my Apple Pencil, it's my iPad, and when it's not my iPad, it's my Apple Pencil. They're always dying or dead, and I cannot win here. I'm sorry if I sound weird. I just had work done on my teeth, so I think I have a little bit of a lisp. It doesn't sound like I have a lisp, but things are still settling, and now I think I sound weird. Or maybe I'm congested. Maybe that's the issue. Everything is great in the world of AJ right now. Everything's going great. God is good. I am not going to complain or cry. I have to go to work. Well, technically it's volunteer work, but I have to go to volunteer work at a summer camp in about 2 hours. I need to grab my kids. Well, not my kids. They're not my kids. I don't have kids. But I'm chauffeuring a couple kids to summer school. Not summer school, it's summer camp. But I'm taking them to summer camp, and I volunteer there too, so that's great. I haven't recorded audio for a video in a long time, so I don't really know what I'm talking about. Especially compiled with the fact that this is not scripted at all. There's no script. I am just talking as I work. Because I don't like scripting stuff. I should script stuff to keep me on track with what I'm supposed to say. But I don't like scripting because it just makes everything feel so artificial. It also makes it feel way too serious. Like, I am not a serious YouTuber at all. I am not cool. I am not a serious YouTuber at all. I just do this for fun and to hopefully just randomly make one piece that everyone likes, and then I go viral. Yeah. That's a joke. I am kidding. I do not need to go viral. I just have to have like 1 or 2 people that like what I do. Because I don't want to be talking to the air. That's really sad. I use so many layers, and it's all because of Ibis Paint's tool, Add Layer from Canvas. It's like sometimes I'll be sketching, I'll be working on something, and then I'll be like, I want to save this, but I also want to keep all the layers under it. So I just add the layer from the canvas and proceed to have like 52 layers. Right now, I'm doing pretty good. I only have 6 layers. That's the least amount of layers I have ever had when working on a piece. I've tried the 1 layer challenge and failed. I gave up. It was too hard because I just can't do it. I can't commit. Having 1 layer means committing to possibly ruining everything. I should be able to do it considering I don't have like actual line art. I turn my sketch into line art. That's kind of my style. Because I don't like line art. It feels too clean. And I don't like when pieces are too clean. Because like it can be like cleaned up. Like I like my art a little neat. I'm not totally discombobulated. But I don't like it when it's super clean because it feels like all of the character's been taken out of it. It's also because I used to be just a traditional artist. I didn't have an iPad for the longest time. So I did all of my work traditionally, and it keeps a semblance of my roots. Also, I like when you can see like the sketch lines in a piece. It just makes it feel so much more real when you can see the sketches. It's like you can see it like a fully rendered illustration and it can be beautiful, but then you have like a piece where you can see sketches and it's like, oh my gosh, I can see each line that the artist made in making this piece. Something about that just hits different, you know? I hope you know what I'm talking about, whoever you are out in the internet. But you know, how are you doing today? How are things going? If no one has asked you how you are today, I'm asking, how are you? Leave it in the comments. I hope that you are having a fantastic day. If you are in, I don't know what hemisphere I'm in. I hope that you are having a good summer if you are in summer, or if you are in wherever Australia is, whatever hemisphere that is, that you are having a good winter and winter break. Or if you're back at school, that you're doing great in school. I hope school goes great for you who are still in school. And those of you doing summer school, I hope summer school is doing things. And if you're working, I hope that you make a bunch of money and that you get a $50 tip. Yeah, I think that's everyone. I think I covered it. Okay, I think I finally have my lines done and I can start rendering. Rendering is my favorite and least favorite part because I'm someone who uses their sketch as line art. I just clean up my sketch a bit. I can't use the fill bucket tool, which is fine because I don't typically, well, it's not fine. I wish I could use fill bucket tool a little easier, but it's okay. Speaking of fill bucket tool, why does the fill bucket tool in Procreate not fill multiple times? In a way that a 5-year-old would understand, because I have no clue. Oh my gosh, as someone who is trying to learn to use Procreate because my dad paid for it for me. Thanks, Dad. My dad bought me Procreate. Guys, that's great. Things are great right now. My dad bought me Procreate. Technically, he bought it for me last winter, and I'm still trying to figure out how to use it, but it's fine. It's fine. But like the thing is, I am struggling in Procreate, and it's for one reason that I didn't think I didn't think I had this problem until I realized it. I draw in itty bitty canvases. I did not realize I did this until I realized that a lot of people are drawing in like 3,000 by 3,000 pixels. Like I've heard people say, I can't draw in less than 3,000 by 3,000 pixels. And then there's me with 500 by 500. I draw in itty bitty canvases, and I did not realize I did this until I started using Procreate. And for those that don't know, in Procreate, if you use a canvas that's smaller than like 3,000, your canvas is going to be so pixelated, so incredibly pixelated. It is so pixelated, it's so painful to work with. It's so pixelated that it's painful to work with. And I did not realize this until like this year when I started actually trying to use Procreate. Because my dad it's been paid for. I might as well figure it out. So I'm slowly trying to figure out Procreate. And then I am looking at a bunch of tutorials, and people are like, yeah, use a bigger canvas. Don't use anything smaller than 3,000 by 3,000 or it'll be super pixely. And I'm like, but I do this in Ibis Paint and it's fine. And then I started trying to draw in bigger canvases in Ibis Paint, and I realized that everything was so much clearer. Yeah, I'm in the house with my family. Someone is laughing upstairs, and I hope it's not getting picked up in the sound, but what was I saying? Crap. Oh yeah, I realized that my art style is like so incredibly pixelated. Every piece I've drawn to this point has been like kind of fuzzy, and I kind of liked that. Or maybe I didn't, I just got used to it. But it was so pixely. It was so and I cannot stress how terribly pixely it was. Because I drew my OC Ondine. I drew her in a small canvas, and then a little while later when I was prepping for Artfight, I was like, well, I'll do it in a bigger canvas. I hear it makes the quality better. The way unfathomable. My art style changed so much, it didn't look the same. It was kind of unnerving seeing how different my art looked in just a larger canvas size. So yeah, if your art style is like confusing you, try drawing in a bigger canvas size just to spice things up. You never know. Maybe it'll completely change the way you draw. So yeah, now my art is kind of weird, and I'm trying to get used to that. Because like I mentioned before, I like my art to be textured. I like it to have a lot of texture. I like to feel something when I look at my art pieces. So yeah, I'm having a terrible time in trying to figure out what to say. I don't know how these YouTubers do it. They'll like live while they're streaming, they'll be talking to the audience. I don't know how they do it. Like Egbem, I follow her on Tumblr. She streams for like 3 hours and is just talking while drawing. I don't know how she does that. Well, of course she'll be like answering questions like while she's working on stuff, but like I don't know how you talk for 3 hours. Like I've been talking for like 20 minutes and I'm already dying. Well, then again, I am kind of congested, and I've never done this before. Fine. Like, I don't typically talk while I work. Usually, I am working while listening to some type of audio drama, or watching or listening to another person draw. Like, let me see. I'll typically put Emirichu in the background when I'm working. Emirichu. I don't know. If you're an artist, you're probably familiar with her because she's pretty big. She's pretty big, but I don't know. I can't help but talk about other artists I admire. It's like, I should be talking about my piece and what I'm working on, but the only thing I can think about is all the artists that I like and how I want to improve to my art to a point that kind of resembles them. Like, Sarah, the mutual I'm drawing this for, one thing is that she's pretty quick with it when she draws. Is like, I don't have the patience to make a webcomic. Like, I would love to make a webcomic, but I can't commit that aggressively to one thing for so long. It's like, I tried to do a webcomic, but like, even before I drew the first panel, I was already exhausted. Like, I had drawn the characters out, I'd made character reference sheets, and by the time that was done, I was already bored and didn't want to do it anymore. Like, I have so much trouble just committing to a piece for a long period of time that doing a webcomic just feels like such an endeavor. But Sarah has this level of patience that I just do not have. I just do not have the same patience as this girl. Because she has like 3, maybe 4 active comics. I cannot speak English. Ugh. Maybe I should just switch to French and dub it. Actually, that's more work. Heck no, that sounds like a terrible time. Does it have to dub everything? No, I'm just gonna stay in English. English is easier at this point. But like, Sarah has like 3 comics that she's working on, and she's like works on them like almost simultaneously, and every time I'm just like, how do you do this? How do you do this? Like, Webtoon is one of my most used apps because I just love looking at stories and other artists, and then I just see people who spend hours making the most intricate designs. And then there's me. I spent like 7 hours, at least that's what Ibis Paint said. I spent 7 hours on just one illustration yesterday. Like, I don't know if I can do webcomics. I'd love to. I have so many story ideas. I'm lame. I'm sorry. I can't commit. I suck. I need to decide on a color, because when I look at the reference, her blue is like kind of green. Oh wait, that kind of eats. Wait, that kind of eats, like, actually though. I think I'm gonna change it to this greenish blue because it is actually really pretty. Maybe I can use this more, I don't know, bluish blue. The more bluish blue to like render bubbles or something. I don't know. We're just gonna see how things work out. This piece is me learning how to render water. It's a bunch of experimentation. Just practice, because I am not going to let fear of making bad art make me stop trying or something. I want the piece to have a dark feel. I want it to be dark and then she's like illuminating in the background or something like that. So I want it to feel super moody, edgy, emo, all of the things. And I want Kaya to be kind of hovering out of the water. I want it to feel super moody and edgy. Not gory, because I don't really like doing gore, but I really want the piece to feel moody. I said moody way too many times in one sentence, in 5 minutes, and I think it should cease and desist. Alright. I have to go to work, so I'll probably continue this later. Technically, I have another, 20 minutes before I really have to go, but I don't like being rushed. I also need to stretch my legs because I've been staying cross-legged for almost an hour, and I'm losing feeling in my feet. So, I'm gonna try and post once a week, like a long form video. I'm gonna try and post a long form video once a week and a couple short form videos. Hopefully this goes well. I'm gonna have to do a lot of audio editing because there was way too many pauses and a lot of talking. So I need to make this more digestible. But anyways, thanks for watching and listening. Always remember, God loves you, I love you. You are treasured and made for a purpose. Go in peace.